Good morning from the banks of the mighty Mekong River here in ancient Luang Prabang. We're now going to head off into rural Laos in search of some, well, let's say explosive content. Watch this little introduction I've made and we'll begin our journey.
There are no American combat troops in Laos.
Whilst the American military was fighting in Vietnam in full view of the world, over the border in Laos, the CIA was conducting a secret war which was equally as vicious. For 9 years, an illegal campaign of indiscriminate carpet bombing was conducted in the country once known as the Land of a Million Elephants. More bombs and cluster munitions were dropped on Laotian villages, in fact, than on Japan and Germany combined in World War II. In 1979, the CIA stopped the planes, but the bombs remained. Unexploded bombs are littered throughout the country, killing mostly women and children to this very day. I decided to head to the northern part of Laos to see if I could find any traces of this barbaric episode of American history. Join me.
So, let's begin our adventure on our trusty little steed here in search of some war junk. Let's see what's still left lying around in eastern Laos so many years after the war. Let's go and do it. Thank you. Oh, bloody hell. That wasn't as cool as I hoped it would be. Let's go. Bye-bye. Woo! Let's head into the mountains of the Pathet Lao. Whoa, you fucking knobbend. Right, wait there. Conference call with myself. Benjamin, you have a helmet. Why don't you wear it? There's bloody cows on the road, landmines, God knows what else. Stick your flipping helmet on. Stop trying to be a hero. Right, take two. Let's head into the green mountains of the Pathet Lao with a helmet on. But the bloody strap doesn't work. There were so many dropped here, millions, hundreds of millions of bombs dropped here. There has to be some just lying around still. We're gonna oh, there's a bomb. Our first bomb, our first piece of history. I was literally just talking about finding a bomb on the highway and look what we've seen here. Look at this. The fuse is gone, so I think it's safe. It's just a massive bomb lying here next to a house in some random village. And there's the inner workings of it. Now used as a place just to put some empty plastic, but this bomb here was dropped from a B-52 that took off probably in Thailand or, I don't know, maybe in the Philippines, flew all the way to Laos, dropped its load, and then returned here. Oh God, I'm a little bit scared doing actually. Our very first bomb of the trip that we found. There is still stuff here lying around, and I knew there had to be. Hundreds of millions of these were dropped on Laos. I think this is just the first one we're going to find. The first of many. Our first bomb. So that was our first bomb. Already, we've seen one. What's it going to be like when we get further east? Woohoo! You're a Gopnik. You're a Laotian Gopnik. Hello. You're a monkey. These village full of these lovely people would have been bombed also during the war, in the secret war. This is a bridge obviously, and this bridge would have been bombed on bombing sorties by the Americans night after night until they destroyed the infrastructure. And so Laos had to be rebuilt really. And they're still rebuilding now. Oh, guys, look what I've seen. We found another bomb, or what was once the holding, or the casing for a cluster munition. Look at this, it's now a fence post. A farmer's found it in a field, obviously, and just used it here as a fence post. But before this, and the other half of it, you obviously found the top and the bottom here, would have been full of maybe, I don't know, 20, 50, 100 little cluster munitions. Look at it, is there any writing on it? No writing. But this fell from the sky, probably in this very village, and that's why it's still here, some 40 years later. Cluster bombs. Look at it. What terrible things we did to these innocent people that had nothing to do with the war. Dropping these, well, massive chunks of metal all over their land. And still here, this piece of war history all these years later. Look at it. Look at that. Produced in America, dropped in Laos. Let's shake hands first. Hello, sir. Hello. I wonder if you can tell me. Can you read this? Yeah? Yes? It's okay? Okay. Okay. Well, on Google, I saw a photo of a house that had fence posts made out of old bombs. And it was marked around about here. But every time I stop and ask someone whereabouts it is, I don't think they can even read the translation. So we just have to search. Hello there. Sabaidi. Could you read this? Can you read Lao? Can you read and tell me? Bombies. Bombi village.
Bombi.
Bombi. You know where is Bombies here? Bombi? No? Not possible, not possible. Okay. Never mind, thank you. Cup chai. Oh my God. I think I see bombs. Oh! One-handed vlogging, kids, don't do it. Oh my God, look at this. It wasn't a wasted journey up here after all. Look at this. Someone's made their garden fence entirely of, well, I call them bombs. I don't know what they are exactly, but wherever they are, they were designed to fall from the sky on villages like this and destroy everything, and no doubt they did. But at least now someone's put them to good use. Here, look, his garden fence. Look at them, so many of them. Wow. Look. The entire fence in this little village here in eastern Laos. This is exactly what I wanted to... Can you keep it down? This is exactly what I wanted to find when I came here. And we found it. You can't imagine what it was like to be a Laotian villager in the 60s or the 70s. You're working the rice paddies, or here in your little garden, when suddenly up above you hear the sound of planes, you see a formation of B-52s, and then you hear the whistling of the bombs dropping down. Big, heavy, metal bombs falling on your village, on your house, on your family. If you were lucky, you ran to a cave or somewhere in the forest to escape. But most people didn't have time. I've been pulled over by the police here in Laos. There you go, sir. Have my dodgy card. Let's see what happens with the old Lao officials. All good to go?
Okay.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Sabai. Di. Cup chai. That's okay. When you get the camera out in the country, when they pull you over, they tend to behave themselves. So we've survived this police check. Let's get back on the road. My arsehole. My arsehole feels like it's had a bloody landmine go off up it. But check it out, what I've come to stop to look at. There's a poster here of all the different types of cluster munitions and grenades and bombs and mortars that you can find here. And here are instructions for the villagers. Don't touch it, don't pick it up, don't hit it with a stick, don't barbecue fish next to it, and don't carry it off with your mate. Most importantly, don't pick it up and carry it off with your mate. But look at it, isn't this terrible? That's some 70 years, is it now, since the war's ended? People still have to live with the very real danger of them or their children or their relatives or their friends having a leg blown off or, I don't know, worse, killed. Look. And you think it's dangerous where you live. Maybe you got bad traffic on your street or there was a mugging the other day in your town. But here, you can literally be blown to pieces at any moment. Oh, one-handed vlogging.
in the land.
In Laos? Ah, in land.
In land.
Oh my god. Ah, I know these people. Ah, great. He's watching that ancient technology channel. Right, I brought you somewhere flipping historical. Did you know there were historical places here in Laos? It's not all bombs, you know. It's also something else. About 1,000 years before Christ, people started building these stone, what they're called jars, all across this part of Southeast Asia, up here on the high plains. No one knows exactly why. The common theory is that they used to put their ancestors or their relatives in them when they died and then worship them throughout the centuries. But even here it was not safe from the bombs from the B-52s, because look, even on this ancient site is a bomb crater right next to these historical pieces of Laotian culture. Yeah. Nothing safe from a B-52.
Can we go now?
Yes, I told you. Come on.
Bloody jars.